Hey everybody, it's me, Kevin here. Oh!
Oh man. Thank you, fan, for emailing this to me. I was not aware that Peloton, one of Meat Spin Kevin's huge investments. Because remember, guys, he knows how to predict the future. He predicted Tesla. He just knows everything. It's not that he was a gambling degenerate and got extremely lucky and is currently investing in a stock like Tesla that is going through a massive bubble phase right now. But we're not talking about Tesla in this video. We're talking about Peloton Interactive, the rip-off subscription-based bike company that was all the rave during the lockdowns. Now, this may be crazy, but now that the lockdowns are easing up and people are able to go back to gyms again, it seems like there might be some changes in earnings and profits with this company that has primarily benefited from the pandemic. I know that may sound crazy to you, but during the pandemic, the stock went up. It went crazy because, oh my God, everybody's at home. Everybody's going to be working out on their Pelotons. And even I wish I had a Peloton. Maybe not the subscription. And if I got it for free, I would use it. But, the stock was going up, so it was all the rave. So, of course, Meat Spin Kevin, your hero and grifter, invested in it. And if you don't believe me, I have the proof right here. Here he is, our freaking hero. I hate this man so much. Average fill price, Meat Spin Kevin, $104.31. What's it at now? 64. So it's declined like 40%. But he's a genius because he bought Tesla. When are y'all gonna wake up and realize this guy's a freaking moron that has no idea what he's doing? So, why did Peloton shares fall 23%? Look at this freaking drop. Kaboom! Me, Kevin, kaboom! Why did it drop so much? Let's see. They fall 23% as company posts wider than expected loss and slashes full year outlook. So they weren't even profitable to begin with. Sounds like a Meat Spin Kevin kind of company. Peloton reported weakening sales growth, shocking after the pandemic lightens up. I'm actually going to a real gym now. And wider than expected loss, so the losses got worse, was never profitable, in its fiscal first quarter. So I guess its fiscal year ends on the 30th. The company slashed its outlook for the full year amid softened demand. That is so crazy. So the shares are down 20%. The loss per share was $125 per share instead of $107. So how many shares did Meat Spin buy? Does it say? So he bought 4,800 shares. So for the privilege of investing and buying 4,800 shares, he lost $6,000. Wow. I would love to invest $500,000 into a stock. And then every quarter it loses $6,000 because it's the future, bro. And of course, revenue missed by $10 million, which, I guess that's significant, but that's why the freaking stock plunged. In addition, sales and marketing expenses surged 148%, representing 35% of revenue. Holy crap. Peloton cuts forecast. Due to the uncertain nature of the pandemic, Peloton said it is now presenting its outlook in ranges rather than single estimates. We may really suck, we may do really good, but no matter what, just buy our stock even though we're losing money. Because we're Peloton, we're the future, and me, Kevin, likes this. It sees its connected fitness subscriber count growing to between 2.8 to 2.85 million. Okay, that's not that wide. Sales are forecast between 1.1 billion and 1.2 billion. That's kind of a big difference. Analysts were looking for 1.5 billion. So now projected revenue is down $400 million going into the future. Wow. Who could have possibly seen this stock crash coming? Let's look at some of the financials. I know, it's boring, but that's what we do here on Strongman Personal Finance. This freaking loser, who I'm telling you, he's a grifter. He's a scumbag. And y'all think he's a genius because Tesla, which is a massive bubble. You can laugh on me all you want, but it is a bubble. If y'all can't see that, you're smoking crack. Anyway, let's look at the financials and see why this stock could have fallen so much. Because if you really think about it, a company that's losing money so massively, it's extremely risky. And if anything goes wrong, it can have massive, massive, massive drops. Because its future cash flows are way out in the future, which means those future cash flows are discounted at greater rates. Okay? So, let's look. Operating cash flow. So they had positive cash flow in 2018. Massive negative cash flow of $108 million in 2019. Positive cash flow during the pandemic. Oh my God, everybody's locked down and buying Pelotons and subscribing. This is just going to last forever, ladies and gentlemen. Stock goes up. And then, of course, once the pandemic ends, it freaking crashes again. Financing cash flow. Let's see what they're financing here. Net common stock issuance. So shockingly, they haven't issued any stock yet. Wow, that's pretty crazy. But look how much freaking stock they issued in 2020. They diluted the heck out of their shareholders. Jesus Christ! So, basically massive losses. Loss. Free cash flow, basically negative. They had positive free cash flow during the pandemic when everybody was buying it. But, oh, that's going to last forever, guys. Now they have negative free cash flow of negative $491 million over the last 12 months. Jesus Christ. Now, looking at it from the accrual basis of accounting, they have never been profitable. Excuse me. I'm not editing that out. They have never been profitable. They had negative $47 million loss in 2018, negative $195 million loss in 2019. They had a loss in 2020, even with the pandemic and everybody freaking scooping these up. And an even greater loss on the accrual basis of accounting in 2021. Wow. That's really amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the freaking revenue growth. Let's see how much revenue growth was between 2020 and 2021. That's the only positive thing about this company. So revenue grew 340%. But how much did gross profit grow? Let's see that. 836, 700. Oops, did I have a typo there? Anyway, it seems like gross profit was growing way slower than revenue, which means they were having either problems with costs, like maybe they were having sourcing issues with their equipment, or maybe they slashed the prices of what they were selling and just sold more volume. But you see how revenue grew way faster, whereas gross profit only grew by 173%. So they have some issues there with profitability. Now let's look at this crap in general. I want to know who freaking buys this stupid rip-off crap. Original Peloton bike prices, okay? So you basically have to buy the bike, first off, and then you have to pay a subscription fee every freaking month to access these online virtual classes. So you're sitting there on this bike in your basement, and you're paying 40, 50, 60 bucks a month to be able to attend classes. That's a gym membership right there. Go to the freaking gym, loser. And all you get is one bike. It's just ridiculous. I mean, who's buying this? Basics package. $59 a month, $63 a month, $69 a month. That's probably why me, Kevin, bought it. Oh, 69! Jesus Christ. Then we have the treadmill, which I think killed a kid. Up to $72 a month. God, that is ridiculous how much they freaking charge. Okay. So, oh, they have a military discount. They love heroes. So what do I think about this company? Personally, I believe fitness doesn't need to be expensive or complicated. I go to a gym and I lift weights. I pay the gym membership. And, you know, it has like daycare for my kid, which is fine. I mean, but if I didn't have a kid, I'd be going to a really cheap gym, I tell you that. And then I go on runs, which is free except for the cost of my shoes. I don't get why people would pay so much money to buy a bike and then on top of that, pay a freaking subscription every single month to sweat in their basement. It just seems like a freaking waste to me, but whatever. I'm not Meat Spin Kevin. So anyway, I just wanted to laugh because everybody just seems to, you know, think he's a genius and they buy his expensive, stupid course. And at the end of the day, this just shows he has no idea what he's doing. He just picks a bunch of hot stocks. He YOLOs a bunch of his YouTube earnings into them. If it moons, oh, I'm a genius. If it crashes, well, buy the dip. Buy my course. Anyway, this guy's a loser. Peloton's trash. I wouldn't touch this company. I wouldn't buy the dip. I don't believe in it long term. I mean, it could go back up. I mean, it totally could go back up. But right now, it's bleeding money. It had a massive spike during the pandemic. I don't know how that's going to continue into the future, and it's just not worth you putting your money into it when you can instead max your tax advantage accounts and buy total world stock market index funds. So that's my thoughts on Peloton. Freaking trash, okay? Ooh, is that your wife? Is that somebody's wife? Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Y'all have a wonderful day. Choo!